Jurors public. Like, why do they even let anybody see the jury? I feel like jurors should have some type of
like a
glass,
like
anonymity.
behind one of them glasses.
I don't know. I will say too, during the jury selection, there was one day we were all in line getting our cell phones together, and I'm like, if any of these people is picked, I'm just right here. Like, we're media. We're right here with them.
But not only that, think about this. Some of the actual people that are testifying don't have to put their stuff out there, right? You don't know who they are. They're anonymous. But the jurors, you know who the jurors are through the whole trial? That's crazy.
I mean, we don't know their like names and like all that stuff, but you see them.
It's not hard to find.
But if you're a person of the media, there's a certain trust between the attorneys in the court,
anybody
the media
in that courtroom. We see
the public being there.
That people like regular people just be in.
They do, but the judge doesn't. They have these whole things that they go through before they start. Like, here's what we the court expect of you while you're here, and this is what we ask you to uphold. They say the same thing to the jury as well. So there's just like a.
I ain't go front. Diddy trial do look like a bus station.
Oh my God!
It do look like the MARTA bus station or the Penn Station bus station. Like,
baby,
anybody can see anybody.
Somebody got kicked out the other day. I heard.
Yes, that's my girl though. I don't know her name, but when old girl tried to run down on me, she called me in the elevator after that and was like, because I was ready to. She be going off. She's actually a sweetheart, but I don't know what that outburst was about.
Even the Jane Doe thing, right?
Yes.
What's the point of letting somebody be a Jane Doe if everybody in the courtroom sees who it is and
knows
then goes
who it
online and tells everybody who it is?
I have no idea, because that happened yesterday with Jane Doe, who testified. She was, one of Diddy's most recent ex-girlfriends, and she barely even got through a lot of her testimony, but she talked about some things, and by the time she started going through her testimony, I'm watching live tweets, and then I start seeing photos, and I'm like, you're not supposed to do that.
So what did she say? Did she say anything?
She just talked about the fact that they were really in love. She was madly in love with him and with Diddy, and she said that they had nicknames for each other, Bert and Ernie. She was Bert, he was Ernie.
Nickname. What? You can't take me an envy nickname.
Y'all got nicknames?
Bert and Ernie, yeah.
Jess, did you know that?
No,
that used to be as Bert and Ernie.
I ain't know that, but in the Diddy situation, who was Bert and who was Ernie?
She was Bert and Diddy was Ernie.
That's why 50 posted that yesterday. He posted a picture of Bert and Ernie yesterday.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he did.
Rubber ducky with Diddy is nasty. I mean, that is just crazy.
Rubber ducky, you're the one.
They're talking.
Baby oil, so much fun. I'm sorry.
Y'all have done this before, huh? Look at you all tickled and pink over there, Charlamagne. Envy. Why you didn't spit your juice out? Now you act like you don't know how to swallow?
Stop. What?
Oh. Diddy, back to Diddy.
It goes too far.
All right, so Jane Doe on the stand, and her testimony is actually going to speak to, or is supposed to be speaking to sex trafficking, forced coercion, all of those things. But they have to prove that all this was done under threat. So far, everything she said is that she was super in love with Diddy at the time. She didn't know anything about freak offs, but one day they were together, and they were talking about fantasies, and he talked about bringing another person in, and she was like, okay, cool, I'll try that. She said she got up, went to the bathroom. She alleges by the time she came out the bathroom, Diddy was on a phone call making it happen. So she's like, okay, well, here we go. It's happening sooner than I thought.
Couldn't wait. He already had the people on standby.
Yes.
Craigslist.
Period.
Yeah.
And then they talked about, like her career and stuff, because at one point she says that she was, thinking about making her OnlyFans, and he encouraged her not to, allegedly. And there have been some talk because she's an influencer. Wow, that's funny.
That's hilarious. Okay. I want to talk to you about my career. I'm thinking about starting an OnlyFans. Girl, if you don't go get a trade, go learn a trade.
Well, she's an influencer online.
Electrical, HVAC,
a goddamn trade.
Well, there was one point that a lot of people were bringing up of, like, when they first went on like their first away trip or whatever. How guys be like, well, how much you making at work? Don't go to work for these couple days. I'll whatever. Right. So she alleged that she didn't go on this, didn't go to work, and their first date lasted like 5 days, and Diddy allegedly gave her like $10,000 to make up for what she had missed at work. People start breaking it down like, yo, that's like $700 to $800 a day. Like
a 5-day date.
It's $2,000 a day.
That's my 5-day date. Okay, removing Diddy out the situation.
5 days with you for $10,000.